Welcome, guys. Sorry, they are moving slow, but yeah. So let's just start with the recap for last week. The pairs we chose. We had AUD card. It came at this level, the OG level. I was expecting to say that since we can see the weekly is still bearish because this is the weekly higher low. This one, right, the lower high right there. If you switch to the weekly time frame. I'm sure you will see it. You can see this is the higher low and this is the lower low. So we are still bearish. So in that case, we'll just be looking for sales until the weekly becomes bullish. Yeah, I always say how we just keep on going with the trend as long as their time frames are in one direction, just follow it. So the reason why I drew this line is this is the OG level. You can see this is where it's like a support. You can say it's also a support and resistance. This is where this market is has been resisting and it has the most touches. If uh you can see even here we have this body, not the wicks, but the body. You can see we have that one uh, uh, two right there, even though it's not clear. Then we have three, four touches in the weekly time frame. So this is a sign that at this point you can expect a shift, and you can even see clearly on the daily time frame how many touches you have in this one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. These are a lot of touches. And when you see such, then that's even a nice confirmation of you believing that the price is going to now change direction. Yeah. So as of now, you can see market touched the level last week and it has gone back at the same level. So we are still looking for sales again. The same thing we did last time, we'll do it again. So, but this is just a recap. So this is what it did. On Thursday, I dropped a video on how I tried to catch some. This was my first loss. I took this loss last week. But on this pair, I didn't take any trade because it didn't give me what I wanted. Even though it gave me, but I just didn't like the way it gave it to me. The setup was not clear. Can even see in the forward time frame. So even same on the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, you can clearly see that the 1 hour time frame, yes, it was bullish, but this was the point where you can think of maybe selling this. But you can see it didn't just plus at this time this one Friday and this was 14, I think 2 hours away from the market to close, so we didn't do anything in this pair. But then AUD I remember I've posted another video. I explained on how we got these two sales because I also told you guys on this pair we'll still be looking for sales since you can see the trend has been very bearish and this was a point which has also the most touches in the weekly time frame. You can see we have one, two, three, four. See, and we're at this level. That's why you even saw this rejection. So we'll still be looking for sales. Even right now, yeah. Even right now, we'll still be looking for sales. But as of now, what I would like to see is if the daily can switch bearish, then I would sell this market. If this can switch bearish, because the daily is very much bullish, you can see. But I expect this day to even have a higher pullback. So that once it does this something like this, then we can continue. But I'll come back to that later. So then Euro GBP, we got one. Remember, just in the beginning of the week, we got one. I told you guys we'll be counter trading this because of the way the daily at this nice head and shoulder. Then we had the break and we had the retest and we had the nice confirmation daily candle right there. So that's why we got our sale. Yeah, this is why I got my first sale. You can see this one, a 1 to 4. So let's then we got another one right here. Even though it slightly almost hit us from take profit, you can see. But some of these trades, I don't even take them. I just see to see if the strategy is working. So you can see that's where it almost got us out. And we're just maybe 3 or 4 pips away from being taken out. But see what happened, market started going down. You see, so this was still a winning trade. Yeah, and I've explained how I caught this one as well in my previous video. GBP, NZD, I didn't do anything because the weekly, yes, the weekly was bearish, but I was expecting some movements here. I was expecting this because I remember when we opened market was at this level here. Because you can see this is Monday. Yeah. So I like the way that Monday closed here below. So I was just waiting for that pullback and to then sell. But it just didn't give me, so you can see we had the nice retracement, then we had the push. Then here I was expecting some entries at this level, but I didn't get any. Just went up. That's when I was no longer interested in the pair. Broke above, went bullish. That's how we avoided this loss. Then lastly, CHF. I remember I took this loss where I knew the mistake we did. I explained in the previous video. The market shifted, but we didn't wait for the retest. We were very fast in taking this trade. That's why we lost here. So you can see the daily was very strong. The daily was a continuation of being bearish. You can see, yeah, you can see market close. This was a Monday when we opened. Oh, this was on a Friday. We closed below. So I was just waiting for that push to continue selling, but you can see what happened. Let me just put in a 15 minutes time frame. So my entry was at this point right there. I was waiting for the shift. You can see market kept on making what? Higher highs and higher lows. So this was my last higher low. Yeah, my last higher low, this one. So when it broke below, it broke, retested. I didn't wait for, I entered based on that engulfing candle instead of something that might be at least at this line here. You see, a engulfing candle at that line, not inside. That's why we took this loss. But it is what it is. Just learn from it and don't repeat again. So that's the loss we took. So now for this week, let's go through our interests. So I've picked uh apart from these ones here, I've picked these that we'll try to pick maybe 1 or 3 or 4 that will trade in. But let me just start with last week. For last week, okay. AUD card, I'm still interested in this pair. AUD, this one, JPY, no. So this one is going, this one I'm now looking for buys. So this one stays, this one also stays. I'll explain later. And this one, no. This one, uh, I like the way the weekly is still at this level, but if the weekly, maybe the weekly can close bearish again, then I might sell, but no. So out of these, I only have 2 that I'm still interested in for now. Then the rest are going. Yeah. So let me quickly do this. Let me just move this because that's the only look at it. Yeah. Then okay, let me just do this so to indicate that this is the last week and this the new week. Okay. You know what? We can maybe just do this. Let's do it, yeah. New week. Uh, Maybe this will be more helpful. What? Anyway, let's forget it. So now let's go on GBP card. GBP card, it has been very bullish. You can see on the weekly time frame, very bullish. But I remember I got one trade here, should be on the other GPP card, broker, not forex.com. But I remember I got one here. And if you can watch to my previous videos, we got one by here. And imagine if I've been holding for 1 month, I would have reached my target easily without doing anything here. I got one sale, one buy there. So what are we expecting from this pair? I expect this pair to reach this level. It will keep on going up. But the next week, candle might have that small pullback, then sell. That's why I'm still interested in this pair because you can see now that the daily, even though this is not a nice, this is a C setup. You can see that the daily is at this point. You'll see clear in the 4 time frame. So we can expect that slight push before the upward move. Yeah, I expect that slight push to the upward move, but because you can see the 4 time frame. But this market looks choppy, so no, I won't be trading this. I just picked it to see. We might see something. Don't worry, I'll explain more on the trades that we'll pick. So I don't want us to waste time for you guys. So AUD JPY. AUD JPY, you can see on the weekly time frame we've also been bearish, very bearish, very bearish. And you can see market is now at this level where I expect the push. You can see we have one, one, two, three. Yeah, but you see it clearly in the daily time frame. In the daily time frame, that's why you see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. So this is the level where you can expect this is what we call the OG level, where you can expect the movement to occur at this level here. So right now, what I want from this pair is to just keep on going up. I just want to keep on going up so it can make a new higher high and a new higher low and a new higher high, so we can have that shift, then we can enter the sell to go down. So this one stands. USD card, I've been waiting for this pair from last week. You can see, even though I'm buying against the trend because the trend is now bearish. This makes sense because you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches at this point, and this pair cannot just keep on moving up now downwards without that retest. Because I always say when you have that push to the upside, you expect that retest to then have a further push to the upward again. Same with the sales. So you can see even here we need to have that retest to the up to this point at least for us to have the further push to downside here either at this level or at that level, then we can have the further push to the downside because it market can't just be going straight like this. You see, it doesn't make any sense. So right now what I expect is the weekly to retest at least up to this level here, then it can switch back from being bearish. Yeah, so if this should be bullish, meaning the daily should be bullish. As you can see, the daily was bullish, was very bearish, then it broke this level here. You can use this one or you can use that one. Yeah, that's why I kind of increased this level, this one here, because you can use this point or that point. Yeah, but here what I expect is this market to have a final retest to then go to the upside. So, because the daily is now bullish, so I'm sure even the 4 hour is bullish. You can see if so much has happened. Yeah. So now what I want, you see, I just need this. The 4 hour, this is now how we adjust the level. You can see this was the level, but now what the 4 hour, because this is where we have the body candles. You see, no wicks. You see, this is the previous lower high, and this is the lower low before the shift. So this is why we expect the retest at this point, and then we see the shift then by, you see, yeah. So we wait patiently and see what will happen. If it will come in, then we enjoy with the buys. But for now, this is my first trade to good USD card. Let me even put it on top there. Then we have GBP USD. GBP USD, I'm also patiently waiting for this because you can see how the daily has made this nice double, this head and shoulder, even though the weekly is bullish, but the daily will also soon be bearish. You can see the daily should be bearish anytime soon because it even closed below this level. So the daily is now bearish. Yeah, the daily is now bearish. So now what we have to do is just wait for. Then the 4 hour is now bearish as well. So the only way I could have sold this yesterday, but I didn't like the way when what happened when we came at this level. I was waiting for at least some price action before I take the sale because it was a very risky zone. And now it went up again. So what I need for this market to do is to come back in this zone, then flip this thing for me. Then I'll simply sell. I'll either sell at this point or sell after waiting the 4 hour time frame to be bearish. Yeah, so that the 4 hour time frame can be bearish and the daily can be bearish. At least we have two time frames that will be bearish. But this is a very strong setup. You can even see, even though you are blind, you can see that this is a nice head and shoulder and just needs the retest to then sell. You can see. Yeah, so that's what I'm just waiting for. That push to then sell this market. So probably on Tuesday, because on Monday that's when we can see the nice red candle to now trace back in this zone again. Yeah, here. So yeah, but then this is also another setup I want to take, a trade I want to take, sorry. Then NZD USD. What am I looking for in this pair? This pair is at the level where we have to take buys. Yeah, and I believe we'll catch more buys again. Based on what I've seen here, you can see this market was very bearish. Then it switched to bullish. So the only thing we can be doing now is buying, and it's again rejected this level. So this is a nice confirmation of us buying this pair again. Then you can see it's back at this zone once more. This is on the daily time frame. Yeah, so now what do I need? And it has already given me the first rejection I want. Let's see the 4 hour, that's what I want. Let me put in the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, this is very nice. So what I expect for this market to do is to retrace back to this zone. So this is where we are the initial shift. Then we can now buy. You see, this might be the first trade we might even take next week because it looks like it's quicker than all these other ones. Let me try to send the week in the 4 hour and so you can see even on 15 minutes time frame the trade already occurred. You can see we are the shift at this level. Nice bearish pattern up. So now we are waiting for the same at this level here. You can see I'm waiting for the same to happen at this level right here. We can have the nice shift, then nice retest, then the the push then will be all well. Because you know, one thing that has also made me confident is that we have still not taken out this higher high. So we are still very bullish, but in this range. Okay. So I can even expect this market to retrace back to this level, I'll be fine. As long as if this market was to close slightly above here, then this level will be invalid and our new level where we can wait for the retest and the shift will be here. But we are still at this point. So that's the same thing. I'm just waiting for the retest at that zone then to sell. To then buy, sorry. Yeah. But if it won't give us this, we won't do it. We won't take the trade. We'll simply wait for the trade. Yeah. And if it can even come back right back in this zone, that's okay. We just have to wait for the shift like one more time and take the sell, the buy again. So this is also a nice setup. looking forward to take. Guys, I can tell you this market, once it starts buying, it will reach all the way up to this level. Even past it, because we are buying at the daily structure point. Guys, remember, we are buying at the daily structure point and the weekly structure point. So we expect the move to go up, even because this now is has just changed from being bearish. You see how bearish this was? It's been bearish for I don't know how many months. Then now we've shifted all of a sudden. We are now bullish. So it can even reach maybe up to by December. The market might even be here. Again, you can I can guarantee you that might be there. So let's just wait and see what it could do for us. But this is a nice setup. This is a very nice setup. Yeah. So I'm definitely looking at that. Then this one GP cards, I told you I'm not looking at it anymore. Even though because I'm buying at the high all time high, I don't know what would happen, what will happen next. Don't know what might happen next because we've never it's been long since we reached this level. We are currently here. Let's see if we can catch something. This is where we are currently. Let me just do this. This is where we are. So we don't know when this market might even have a final stop. But if in this case, then we can still look at it. But though I just don't like the way it's choppy. Okay, maybe if we can have a break and retest at this level, the daily, then I might join the buys. But for now, I'm no longer interested in this pair. I'm not interested in this pair. So that's it. That's it for this pair. Then we have what? It's the JPY. I explained this one. Then cut JPY. Cut JPY. The weekly is now bullish. The weekly is now bullish, as you can see. Just that slight change. That just slight change will tell you everything you need to know. So we are looking for buys in this pair now. We'll be looking for buys. And let me put in the forward time frame. So what do I want to see in this market? This market is very clean, guys. You might think it's so, but it's clean. It's even cleaner than the other one I'm showing because look, the 2 hour is bearish. The 4 hour is also bearish. The 30 minutes is bearish now. So all I need is that shift right there. All I need is that shift and retest to then buy to the upside. Because if I put in the daily, you can see that this market is it's ready to go up. The fact that the daily failed to engulf this previous candle, then we are up for buying. So that's the only thing I'm waiting for. That shift and retest. But and if I want to just be safe, I can even probably just wait for this thing right there. The break and retest of that level there. The break and retest of this level because I'm sure this might happen on Sunday. So the only legit trade might be after the break and retest of this level to then buy. Yeah. So we'll see whichever. But let's see. This is just too many. Uh, Euro Euro USD. Euro USD is at a point where we can look for buys. We can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 touches at this point. So I'm also now expecting for buys here. I'm expecting for buy. Yeah, I'll explain it nicely. That's one filled out. I think here, what am I looking for? This thing? Oh yeah, this pair is also very bullish. Again, it's very bullish. You can see that small, just that small slight body closure above the other tells me a lot. Everything I need to know. So we are now bullish. We are now bullish, and what are we looking for? Just a small continuation to the upside. Trust me, this will also go up fast. And let me put in daily time frame. You can see the daily time frame what happened. I think I even got one trade here. After the display. Yeah, we got this buy. You see, market came to retest the same level. And again, it gave the same entry signal. You see, it gave us this entry signal. It came back again, gave us the same entry signal at the same spot. You see what it did? It gave us the nice bearish bullish engulfing, and again the nice bullish engulfing. Then once it gives you that, you are very free to go. And the good part of this, once it gives you, most of the time you won't be in drawdown. I can guarantee you that you won't be in drawdown because you can see what happened. Immediately it gave us the entry. It pushed the upside straight, pushed the upside straight. What am I looking for now in this pair? Just a slight retest at this point, then continue with the buys. Slightly retest, then the same thing to happen, we buy again. That's what I want to be figured. So, but among these, the only pairs that I'm not quite comfortable with, that that we might remove from this, because this is too much. You can't be looking at 6 pairs. It's too draining for me. I like picking only the AD card. I'm definitely keeping this one. Uh, I definitely keeping this one. Then USD JPY or CAD JPY. Let's see the USD JPY. USD JPY, even though this is a nice level, but it has less touches. You can see it only has one, two, only one. It only has one, two touches. So I'm skipping this. Maybe next week. This one at least you can see there's some price action. You can see how many touches we have. We have one, two, three, four, five. Is it? So there's at least that there's at least sense in taking the buys. And you can see we have this nice double top. It's a very nice double top. So it's just in due time. This might turn bullish. Yeah. So finally we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs. I'll be looked actively trading this week. 8 pairs of actively trading this week. So uh, that's it. In the next video I'll cover more in details on how we go about these trades. But these are the ones chosen for this week. Yeah. So see you guys in the next episode of this.